All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. We are live Tuesday, January 24th, 2023. I hope everyone is having a great day. We are going to get started. Got a lot of stuff to talk about. Guys, what's up? Roy, what's up? Cameron, what's up? Daily Cowbell will be coming back today as well. With a new host. So I hope you guys will be excited for that. That's going to be a new little exciting show. I will explain why Tom was gone in the episode. So you guys will get an explanation for that after 3 weeks. I know it's been a long time. I know I've been silent on it. But new show will likely be out today around 1 p.m. So you guys will be able to see that. And we'll keep going from there. Felicia, you're probably not going to be happy with who the host is. Just telling you right now, because you'll see, and you might not want to watch the show because of who the host is. But this was the best option we had, and I'm really happy with the new host that we have. Again, the TLDR is Tom just got too busy for the show, and so that's why the past 3 weeks we've been on hiatus. Jason, what's up? Shem Pasta, what's up? Shifron, what's up? SJ, what's up? Geis, what's up? How's Tom feeling? He still has pneumonia, so I mean he's still getting through it. So hopefully he does a little better. Philip, what's up? 9:20, time for a mitt. That's what I'm yes, I love it. Philip Rizzo, 9:20, time for a mitt. Vincent, USA Debate. Yes, so I have to tweet this out, by the way. I wore my official USA Debate sweater. So now you guys know there's no way I'm lying about that. I was actually on that team, and I actually did debate representing the US of A internationally across the world. That was a real thing. Okay, the tweet's going to be live market open. The market is weird like my closet. We put that into the Twitter sphere. And then we'll get started. We got a lot to talk about. Look, we have more people that want Google to lay off more employees. And, now Sundar Pichai is in a very awkward position. We've got a lot of interesting things happening in regards to Amazon and the new healthcare product they're putting out. A lot of stuff to talk about. Wow, Kelly is in the chat today. She's here this morning. Shout out to Kelly. I'm low-key in love with the new host. I think you guys will like the new host. I think you will. We need a couple episodes to get into our bag. I would say a good 5-6 episodes, but I think the chemistry is there, and we got to get the ball rolling and now be consistent as well. Adam, what's up, man? Thank you for being here. Blake, Nick, Roy, what's up? Morning, Eric, Alvarado, good morning. All right, let's get into the market. So we've got obviously a lot of things to talk about. We're going to start off with Tesla. Tesla's, I think, down a little bit in the pre-market. I may be wrong on that from when I last checked. So let's open that up right now. Where is Tesla? Yeah, down it's relatively flat, down 0.99%, 142. Earnings are coming up. We talked about earnings on the latest Cowbell that'll be out today. It's really interesting. Tesla was at 102 back on 3 weeks ago, around January 1st, January even 5th, 6th, something like that. Now it's at 143. And, I fell prey to the same mistake that everyone fell prey to, which is not going all in on the reddest of reddest days because you feel like the sky is falling. And it's a mistake that I'm definitely going to make again because even the most experienced investors I know are making this mistake. But it's something it's another learning lesson to realize, look, on a quality company, you go in when it's bad. You just go in. It's just there was so much noise. I mean, it was this type of noise. It was hard to ignore the type of noise with demand and competition and Twitter. And then you realize none of that stuff matters. So I DCA'd a bit. And the problem is I also DCA'd at 170, 150. So I was just like, man, it sucks to have to DCA at 102. But in reality, the mindset should be, no, that's a blessing. It's like you're getting an opportunity. And it's just, I think that's the difference in terms of mindset of an investor and someone who's super conservative with their money and never going to really get those outsized returns. It's like, you got to take that risk at the end of the day, and you're not going to get all of them right. Netflix doing phenomenally well, up 4% at 357. Now trading at, I believe, 97 times price to free cash flow. They do $3 billion in revenue and $3 billion in net income, and their profits are, their market cap is about $159 billion. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. That in terms of it, they've got to keep that growth going, and they've got to keep subscriber growth going. It's already a little saturated in some of the developed markets. It's not saying it can't happen. It's a little hard to imagine Netflix being a $150 billion company and justifying that valuation. But if the market goes green, I mean, you got Spotify. Look at Spotify now at $98. It was stuck in the 79 range. Coinbase 55, Enphase 222. We're getting close to Enphase at $200. Let's see if we can get it there. Tesla 143. Uber at $30 or $29. Well, let's go to Amazon. Amazon announced some big news today that I'll get into as well. We can talk about that. DRK, what's up? Amit, what do you think about Nu? I like Nu. I like SoFi more, but Nu is growing very well in the Latin American countries, specifically Brazil, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So Nu is interesting. I think the valuation on Nu is a little ridiculous. I mean, Nu is a $20 billion market cap. SoFi has a $5 billion market cap. I know Nu's growth is better, but $20 billion is a little bit too much to pay. A little bit too much. Simmons filed for Chapter 11 today, the mattress maker. I feel like I used to see their ads on TV when I was a kid all the time. If I'm not wrong on the Simmons. Wow. Mattresses going out of business. I mean, I've broke some beds in my day, but I couldn't think of breaking an entire mattress company. You know what I mean? Okay, moving on. Amit, where's the Palantir plaque? It should be hanging. It's right behind me, right there. If you can see it, I'm gonna hang it up. I just need to get a drill and actually do the work of hanging it up. But it's there, right behind me right now. What else we got? Glitch Life. Good morning. What's up, everyone? Gabe, what's up? This is a minor pullback. We're going to 420.69 on the SP. Yo, Glitch. Okay, Glitch. You're not gonna believe me when I say this, but I'm not just saying this. You were in my dream last night. I swear on my life. You were playing video games. I was listening to music or something. I had the crazy. There were so many things in my dream last night. I actually woke up at 8 o'clock instead of waking up at 4 a.m. because I feel like I was so inside of my dream last night. And I swear, Glitch, you were there and you wanted to show me the video game and you're like, do you want to play? And I was like, no, I don't really play video games. And you're like, okay, you went back to, and I know it was you because I called you Glitch. It was a weird dream, bro. It was such a weird dream. I had people from high school showing up in that dream. I don't know why I had it last night, but it was a weird dream. And it messed up my sleeping today. Even though I slept at 10 last night and I still woke up at 8 because that dream just kept me so inside of it. And I was like, shit. All right. Well, let's go to the Amazon news real quick before we get into the market open. Amazon announced something really interesting with healthcare. They're doing a $5 prescription service. This is competing with some of the Mark Cuban stuff that came out. So Amazon deepens healthcare push with $5 monthly subscription for people that are on prescription medication to only have to pay $5 a month and be able to get their prescription pills. It's really interesting, right? It's definitely disrupting. And Mark Cuban, I forgot the name of his company, but he's been disrupting the service as well. Customers enrolled in Medicare, Medicaid, or any other government healthcare program will not be able to enroll in this. So this is for people that don't have insurance or don't have governmental insurance. The average Prime member would save about $100 per year with RX Pass. Vice President of Amazon Pharmacy said the flat $5 charge will be without insurance and on top of a Prime membership, which costs $139 per year. So 60 plus 139, looking at about $200 relatively in order to do this. Now they purchased PillPack in 2018 for a couple $2 billion, I remember. And this was sort of their master plan. How can we incorporate prescription medicine into our retail business? You got to remember, Amazon, I think, has 100 million members of Prime. So when you have that many people, you can sell them anything. Prime Video was a prime example. Get it? Prime example of selling them stuff. I just made that joke up on the spot. It wasn't that good, but nonetheless. And then you've got a subscription. You've got medicine, and they sell everything else. I'm trying to think of what other vertical they can get into that they haven't gotten into. But when you got 100 million people, you can sell them. It's like Facebook, right? They got 3 billion users. Facebook has Facebook dating. It's like, well, people want to date. Why not show them dating, right? So they can just throw stuff at the wall, see what works. And if it works, then it's good. If it doesn't work, then it's not good. Tesla's building a new $3.5 billion manufacturing plant in Nevada. I saw that as well. I believe that's confirmed. I don't think that was a rumor. I think that was confirmed. I believe it's for their semis. I saw that this morning. So yeah, I mean, that's also great news for Tesla. Nevada, Mexico, I know South Korea, they were flirting with to see if they could open up a gigafactory there. I mean, they're expanding, and you think about Ford and GM that are barely putting in money. I mean, I think yesterday Ford or GM said they're investing $1 billion into some stuff, but it's not nearly at the level of what Tesla's doing, and not nearly at the efficiency of what Tesla's doing either. All right, January 24th, 9:30 a.m. It's 24 days into the new year. Hope everyone's having a great year. Hope everyone's getting things done. The stock market is now officially open. Wake your ass up. The stock market is open. Amazon today down 0.39% at $97. Tesla 143. Calm $53. Oh, this is actually Cal-Maine Foods. This is what a subscriber mentioned yesterday. ARC Innovation at 37, bouncing from the lows of 29. Netflix 356. NASDAQ 11,307. It was down to 10,800. It has bounced up 500 points, and it's bounced up pretty well. It's not declining here. Let's go to the SPY. Are we at 400s? We are at 398. So we got to the lows. Where did we get to the lows recently? We got to 388. So 380s was our minor decline on the S&P. We got to 402 yesterday, and now we're back at 398. So the fact that the S&P has hit 400, I mean, it's psychologically, it's very, very interesting. Remember, the all-time high on the S&P was 478, so it's only 78 points away from getting back there. Is it going to get there this year? Probably not, but could we get to 410, 420, 415? Maybe, and if that's the case, a lot of other stocks are going to rally with it. It is a little weird because, again, the S&P is trading 15 or 18 times its PE. Historically, it's not. That's like the Buffett indicator. It's not supposed to be at that level. It's supposed to be about 14, 15 times. So one could argue that it's still overvalued and it's waiting for the crash. The question is, what's the catalyst for the crash? Is it big tech earnings? Maybe. You know, Google, they put up $69 billion of revenue last quarter. Are they going to be able to put up more than that? Apple put up $90 billion. Are they going to be able to put up more than that? Facebook put up $28 billion. Are they going to be able to pull up 32? And then Amazon put up $128 billion last quarter. How much are they going to pull up? And so if big tech earnings crap the bed and go bankrupt like Simmons, then you would imagine stocks would take a hit. But it doesn't seem like the market thinks that. Look at Apple at 140. It was at 124 on January 3rd. So, I mean, the market doesn't think that Q1 earnings are going to be bad, or this is all retail driven. I don't think this is all retail driven. This has to be some level of institutional investing. So, I mean, the market seems to be kind of bullish on where things are going. Meta now at 142. DNA Ginkgo Bioworks 1.8. NVIDIA 1.8. Look at NVIDIA. I mean, this stock, let's just go to it here. This stock at the lows got to 108 in October, then got back to 140 after getting to a 170 range basically in January 3rd. And now it's back at 190. NVIDIA has always felt a bit overvalued to me. Granted, I haven't done a full proper deep dive into everything they're doing. I know it's amazing tech, and sometimes you just want to bet on that. But it also does feel like the premium you're paying on. I mean, it's a 58 forward PE. It's like, when you got Tesla at a 25 PE, it's a little expensive to be paying for something like NVIDIA. And then you think about NVIDIA's growth compared to Tesla. It's like, I don't know if it's going to grow as much as Tesla. So we will see. Wait, what happened? Why are you guys? Amit, look at Palantir. What happened with Palantir? Oh, shoot. I didn't see what you guys were saying. What happened with Palantir? Oh, Palantir dropped. My phone's not near me, so Kelly said she was texting me. My phone's down there. Amit loves him some Amit. Didn't even see the Palantir drop. Oh boy. Why is It's crazy? I was analyzing NVIDIA. Why did Palantir drive a Palantir? Wow, there's so many comments. I missed all of these. Okay, I don't know what happened with Palantir. You guys thought I was going to give you some analysis? I have zero analysis. Wow, it got halted. Goodness gracious. Okay, let me get my phone real quick. Let me just make sure I have my phone. Wow, that was wild. That was wild. Why did it drop 16.9%? Oh, that's bad. I didn't know it was 16.9%. Goodness. Is this the entire market or just Palantir? They halted trading on TDoc. Okay, let's go to TDoc. Hold on, let's go to TDoc. Wow, one of the core Palantir channels on YouTube doesn't look at that. I forgot about Palantir, bro. I was looking at the rest of the market. You go back to all the live streams. I usually do Palantir and Tesla first, almost every morning religiously. And today I just didn't think about it. Wow. So down 16.94%. Let's check out Twitter. Let's check out what people are saying on Twitter. Wow. Interesting. Wait, what's going on? Hold on. Neo's also got halted. TDoc Shopify got halted. Holy shit. Hold on. What's going on in the market, bro? Hold on. Look at this. Do you guys see on the right-hand side of my screen? Hold on, let me tweet this real quick. What is going on? Palantir, Neo, Shop, T-Doc. There was another one. And Uber all halted. What is this? You guys see this, right? Neo, Teladoc, Palantir, Uber. Yo, is there and Taiwan Semiconductors, TSM also halted. What is going on? Is there some institution glitches? Yo, is it a glitch? Is it a glitch? First of all, I did want Palantir under $5, so that is very interesting. What is this? What is this? What is any nuclear war? Bro, all right, everyone go to the news websites. Let's go to Google. Let's go to Yahoo. What the hell? CNBC has to be covering this. Oh my goodness, this is insane. I have never seen 6 stocks get halted dramatically like this. Palantir down 17%. What is going on? Is there a REIT stock got halted and moved 11%? I just put in an order for 5,000 Palantir shares. Something is wrong. Something's not interesting. This is Amit, where do you see stocks have been halted? Look at the left side of my screen. Look at Uber right here, halted. Shopify, halted. Palantir, halted. Neo, halted. Go on your exchange and see if you can trade them. Hold on. Let me look at my exchange right now. Let me look at, Palantir's halted. Let me look at Neo. Neo is halted. Well, Robinhood didn't halt it, but some exchange halted it. Robinhood still is keeping it up. Why is this happening? Initiated short on Nvidia and Tesla. Yo, is Dow? Oh, wait. Oh, you said Dow opens 150 points. I think you said Dow drops 150 points. Not halted and robbed. So that means you could have been halted more. That means a lot more could have been halted. Yes, a lot more could have been halted than what I track. 100%, a lot more could have been halted more than I track. Holy crap. What is going on? Hold on. Let me see if I can try to get some news. Let me see. There's got to be something in here. Let's go to CNBC. Let's see. I mean, that doesn't happen that randomly, bro. That doesn't happen. Yeah, Palantir fell like a bug. No, none of these other stocks have fell. Like Tesla's doing fine. SoFi is doing fine. Dow opens 150 points lower as latest stock rally. Yeah, but they're not giving any other news. No, this is probably a glitch. But does the glitch like this happens? Do glitches like these actually happen? I don't understand. Do glitches like the Google NYC trade halt? Okay, NYSE trade halt. NYSE trade halt. Okay, I'm seeing all the things that were traded. I'm looking at news. I'm trying to find news on this. I mean, this is literally so breaking. I doubt any people are. Well, let's go on Twitter. First of all, let's go on Twitter. Twitter is like going to be the best place where we get more breaking news. Let me share my screen here. I can't believe for 5 minutes I didn't even know this was happening. Amid major fund just collapsed. They got margin called. This is the first financial event of the recession. The Fed broke something. I like Blake's explanation better. Maybe Carp got a haircut. Did anyone see the live trades and see if it was a block dump? I think, Erwin, it probably had to be. Let me go to Twitter. Let's see what people are talking about. All right, there's such an WTF happened in the first second of market open. Palantir, it was like a flash crash. Granted, I honestly did not want to keep buying Palantir at 7, so I'm actually fine with it, but I'm very curious why this is happening. I mean, this is important to understand. Okay, let's see what people are saying. WTF, all these are halted too. Circuit breaker, this is nuts. Palantir is even halted. Something wrong with the NSE. What's happening? Why? What the hell? What is happening? Plus the garbage. Market maker didn't wake up on time. I have no clue, guys. This is not a flash crash, y'all. T-Doc's back to normal. Your thumbnails always look like you caught me doing something sketchy and you're not effing amused. Great channel. Oh my goodness. Glitch Life, that was funding holding the stocks. Okay, so there's a couple of explanations for this. Either a bunch of institutions decided that Palantir, Teladoc, Taiwan Semiconductors, Neo, Shopify, Uber are horrible stocks, and they were like, in unison, let's just get rid of all these at the right time, so we sell at a bit of a top. Or there is a Glitch Life's explanation that a fund got margin called, And let's do this. It's some big fund get margin called. Tweet that. And then as a result of that, had to immediately dump some of their biggest holdings. I mean, that could be an event. Live again. Palantir trading again. Palantir's back. Palantir's back. Palantir back. Okay, so let's track it in real time. Let's see if Palantir comes back. Wow. So someone's gonna have to give an explanation for that today. Someone's gonna have to talk about that this morning. Someone's gonna have to say something about that. All right, let's go to Palantir. Wait, is Palantir just it came right back to 728? What was that? Yo, what the fuck? It's back. It's back. Palantir is back to 728. Palantir back to 728. What the heck was that? My puts are back up to 20%. Oh man, no one could buy the dip on that, right? No one could buy the dip on that. What was that? Teladoc back. Neo. Yo, that felt like a ghost was in the room and like they just said something and something happened. And that Uber's back. Shopify's back. Wow. What a day. That was interesting. It was all the NYSE stocks. They're talking about it on CNBC. This is crazy. The SEC better get rally 17%. Yo, I got to tweet that. Wow, Palantir just rallied 17% in one day. Yeah, that's true. They did do that. Oh my god. I don't have CNBC Live, guys. I don't have CNBC Live. Let me see if they put a video on it. I don't pay for their live version of it. It'll probably be up in like a couple minutes, but goodness. Well, the good thing is it's back. It's back. Your buy winning at 7. I tried to buy the dip on Palantir, didn't work. Meet Kevin's PP. He caused all of this. What the actual Yahoo Live explained the tech issue resulted in halts. Okay, look, that's reasonable. Okay, I don't think that's shady. It's a very big stock exchange. There's a lot of things going on constantly. As you can see, Uber is back. Spotify good. Snapchat at $10 now. Enphase 221, so that's down a little bit. Palantir's still down 4%. But it didn't. You know, it's interesting. I really, when I said I wanted it to like stay at 6 or 5, like I actually was serious about that because I mean, I wouldn't have mind buying it there. I would have bought it today there. Netflix at 360. Now it's interesting the indices didn't collapse. It was a technical thing. It was a little, you know, it's a big thing. It's a big stock exchange. There's a lot of moving parts. There's tons of issues that probably happen. The fact that it runs smoothly every day is a miracle in of itself. So you could be a little lenient that some of this stuff happens. But wow, that was a pretty interesting crash. It'll be interesting to see if Palantir goes down further from there or recovers from that. It'll be interesting to see that. Palantir selling off. Now everyone is freaking out and going to sell these stocks. Palantir now selling off. Palantir went bunging. You know, honestly, that's good because for those who are long in that stocks, those are that's an opportunity. Tech issues equal user issues. Palantir is dropping. Dan was about to do my fill order for Palantir. Well, that is interesting. All right, I'm gonna buy $200 of Palantir right now, or I'll buy. Let's do 100 right now, quick. All right, let's do 14 shares. We got that done. So we bought a little bit of the dip there for Palantir, $100. 7. Wow, these mother effers! I ordered it at 710. They gave me 718. Oh my goodness! How, bro? The price is 709 right now. How? I love you, Robinhood, for your UI. I hate you when you do shit like that. I did it at 710 and I was like, no, this is 710 and they 718. There you go. Commission free trading my ass, bro. Goodness gracious. That's their commission right there. Those 8 cents. So annoying. Damn it, admit, stop buying Palantir. I can't stop buying Palantir, Uncultured. I know you don't get it, but I get it. I get it. I can't listen right now. Someone comment what happened. Basically, it was a glitch on the NASDAQ or on the New York Stock Exchange. And then boom, everything fell. Everything fells. SoFi almost 6. You have to limit buy. Yeah, I know. I just wanted to buy just to buy it. I was like, all right, let me just buy it. But you're right. Limit buys are probably the best thing to do. I also just wanted to get it right there at 710. I was like, all right, let's get it at 710. You're right. You should always place. Damn, I got like 17 comments. You should always play limit orders. It always defaults to markets. An extra step I always take for. That's a good idea. All right, I will do that more. I will do that more. Granted, it's not the biggest deal, 718 versus 710, but it's a little bit annoying. It's like, hey man, I thought I was getting it for 718. It's like you're in a store and you're like, hey, how much is it? Like 55. You pay. They're like, you charged me $55.50. That's not what you said. I hope Carp doesn't go on a rant about why we need Palantir to prevent things like this from happening. That would be funny. That would be funny. Oh man, that was interesting. That was interesting. Well, let's look at Bitcoin now. Let's see how Bitcoin reacted. Well, it was a little bit of entertainment, but it doesn't seem like it was the biggest deal in the world. And now Palantir is back up to 790. See, that's why I wanted to buy it back quickly, because I had a feeling like this being down 4% was kind of stupid and it would just rebound a little bit. Bitcoin 22,000. So Bitcoin did not participate in that flash crash. Teladoc fine, Neo fine, S&P fine, Palantir right back up to normal. It's almost like it never happened. Wow, that was interesting, bro. That was one of the first times I've experienced something like that. That was interesting. All right, well, I think we can move past that, get back into the regular market open, and just keep going from there. NASDAQ needs to use Foundry. Seems like it was NYSE specific. Yeah, seems like it was. Tesla's positive. Other stocks are still messed up. Union Pacific was up 5%, now down 4%. I mean, let's see if it rebounds. Palantir rebounded completely. So let's see if it keeps rebounding from there. That's how they make their money. They skim from the top. Yeah, that is true. Bought it at 710 and executed at 718. Yes. Up 3% of the shares I just purchased. All right, let's go into CNBC. Let's see what some of the talking heads are saying. I don't think they just talked about that, but in general, we'll look at some of the other stuff. So we have Microsoft earnings today. Let's actually look at a little bit of a preview of Microsoft earnings, including their investment in ChatGPT. So let's take a look at that. We do have earnings today for Microsoft, and then we have Google and Apple next week, I believe. So let's take a look at this. Happy to witness here on the Weird Event Live. Yeah, it was pretty weird, bro. And the funniest thing is, if you guys rewind, I was talking about NVIDIA during this whole time. I kept my phone there to charge because my phone's never charged. I was like, you know what? I don't need my phone doing the stream. I can just I can just work. And I guess apparently I missed this entire thing happening. All right, let's take a look at this.
We're going to be joined by the only Wall Street analyst with the sell rating on Microsoft right now. John DiFucci is Senior Managing Director at Guggenheim Securities. And John, first of all, if you're the only one who has a sell rating, why is that?
I can't speak for everybody else, Becky, but we have a sell rating for some of the things that Steve was talking about. And one of the things, I'll just expand a little bit on one of the things he talked about, and that is Windows, the sort of cornerstone of Microsoft, or one of the cornerstones. Windows is driven by PC unit sales, about 70% of that business. Windows accounts for about 12% of revenue, but it's more than 20% of profit. And as PC unit sales tank, this may be the only thing that Satya Nadella has talked about and looks to be wrong on. He said that PCs have reemerged coming out of COVID as sort of this.
By the way, CNBC just put up an article about this. They say it's a really quick article. They said tradings in dozens of stocks on the New York Stock Exchange was halted shortly after the market opened on Monday after an apparent technical issue. The major stocks included Morgan Stanley, Verizon, AT&T, Nike, McDonald's, and even more. So we didn't even talk about those during the stream. Many stocks were shown to have abnormally large moves when the market opened. You know what it lets you know? It lets you know how much of a game this is. That like billions of dollars of market cap could go away and be back in seconds. And like that's the nature of this economy and money writ large. And that happens on a normal day, but that can also happen on a technical issue, which is, it's just crazy how much of money is a game. All right, let's continue with this.
The centerpiece of the digital world. I'm paraphrasing, but he sort of implied that you were going to see consistent growth in PCs, and that just doesn't look like it's going to be the case at all. So, when you look at valuation of Microsoft and you kind of look out into the future based on revenue too, because the macro backdrop is certainly affecting most of their businesses, but also profit. Those numbers that you look at, even though they're not really cheap, they're probably even higher multiples than people realize.
Hey, John, let me just ask you. I mean, Satya may have been wrong that the growth was going to be steady and there for forever, but could you be wrong that the decline of the PC and these things getting tossed aside, could that not be?
Okay, we're gonna move on from that real quick, and we're gonna go into Tesla. Look, I think Microsoft earnings are gonna be interesting. Their investment in ChatGPT makes a lot of sense. We talked about it on the cowbell today that'll be out. They invested $10 billion in Azure credits, by the way, so it's kind of like not even an investment of $10 billion. And we talked about on the cowbell why I think they did it the credit route versus actual money. But Microsoft earnings will be interesting primarily because of I want to see LinkedIn growth, cloud growth, and then I do want to see how their ads business is doing, because if it's low right now and they only have 10% of the search market, if ChatGPT can come in, they take a little bit more of the search market. What does that mean for Google's earnings? Which is why I'm a little skeptical right now on buying Google as well. I know it's not the biggest concern, but it's still you think a little before you buy something like Google, given some of the disruptions and things that could be happening. Let me pull up the Tesla earnings. You started back up. Yes, cowbell is back up, and it'll be out today. Wow, he is short Microsoft. What is he seeing? They just laid off people at lower cost, and they're killing the Metaspace. Unfortunately, got the news yesterday. I wouldn't be short Microsoft. I like Microsoft on the long term. I guess he's short because he doesn't see them as disruptive as some of the other companies, which I tend to think there's an argument for, which is why this $10 billion investment in ChatGPT happened, to get a little disruptive. But nonetheless, I wouldn't short them. That would be a little weird. Let's open up this Tesla thing. I am tweeting out, by the way, from my Palantir Daily account. I'm adding the NYSE, and I'm going to say, hey, do y'all need Foundry? So I'm going to tweet that to them. All right, let's watch this.
But Gene, from the notes, it sounds like you think Tesla stock hasn't seen the worst of it, that there will be better entry points.
I do believe so, Melissa. And just to put some perspective around this earnings period is an opportunity, a rare opportunity where Tesla needs to get everyone on the same page. I'm still optimistic that this company is undervalued over the long term, but let's talk about Wednesday initially. There's the demand piece and then the profitability piece. On the demand side, we know that the price cut on the all-important Model Y, 30% price cut with the addition of the tax credit, has stoked demand. There's some very primitive tools we can use to look at how much of the demand has been stoked. But if you look at Google Trends, for example, search traffic around Model Y is up double from where it was a week ago. Model 3 is up 50%, and you look at the other EV makers and they're all going down. And so that is an indication that demand is good. Retail investors are picking up on that. Also, the lead times, they've basically been extended out an additional month and a half over the past week. That's also been picked up. So part of this 8% move is anticipation, optimism that the 30% increase or decrease in price for that Model Y is going to have an outsized impact on volume. I expect that to be true. But there's one piece that we don't know as well, and this is to get everyone on the same page, which is the profit. And just to finish the thought, Melissa, is that their automotive gross margins, ex credits, were 27% in the September quarter. I expect them to give guidance somewhere between 15 and 20%.
So Gene says there's too much excitement surrounding vehicle price cuts. Profitability impact is unclear. That is 100% correct. Obviously, other manufacturers have tried to cut their prices and they haven't been able to compete, and they're probably not going to be able to compete. But it brings into question profitability and how the market treats a declining profitability with increased vehicle deliveries. He says he would not buy the stock right now. I think that's true. I mean, I think there's no reason to do an earnings play. Tomorrow we get the answer of what earnings was like. And more often than not, I think the stock will take a hit versus go up. They would have to have just a blowout quarter. And we kind of already know the deliveries and the production. So we kind of can estimate what we're going to get. They're probably going to be in line with expectations, which means the question is the market going to forward look what they're going to do in the future based upon cutting prices and some of the stuff going on in China and maybe some of the Twitter stuff? Or is the market going to feel like this is just not the time to be in the stock and we're going to get a little bit of a decline? And it wouldn't surprise me if we get a little bit of decline or we get a little bit of the upside, but buying right now probably is before earnings probably wouldn't be the best idea
for 2023. And that's the piece that I think will cause a dip in shares on Wednesday.
So Gene, in theory, we should know all this. We know that the margins will have to come down.
Real quick, someone said the Uncultured talked about the lawsuit. Does the lawsuit even matter? Like, I mean, Elon is the best lawyers in the world. I'm pretty sure at what there's gonna be like maybe a couple million, maybe 20-30 million of some settlement he has to pay. But after that, I don't think the lawsuit. I haven't researched it that much, but I don't think the lawsuit affects Tesla that badly over his tweets from a couple years ago.
Down because of these price cuts. That is just math, even if they're selling more cars. And so why wouldn't that be factored into the stock now, even with this run up? Do you think that maybe it's not factored in enough?
Well, there's a couple reasons. One is that the volume piece, there is, well, let me just take a step back. I think retail is having an impact on Tesla shares here. I think there's an emotional side that plays into that. And I think that one of the emotional pieces is that as you think of someone who's optimistic about this, maybe a little bit too optimistic in the near term, would say that the volume is going to create economies of scale that will basically support margins separately. I think that, or make the margins go down not as much as maybe what I believe that they'll go down. That's one piece to it. Another piece where this is just getting people on the same page is that the component supply, the component cost environment has been starting to get more favorable towards Tesla, but we don't know to what extent that is. I just do the simple math, is that the average discount across the board, across all of their vehicles, if you weight it by volume, is close to 15 to 20%. And that is, a lot of that comes from the profit. But Melissa, I think that's the reason why I think you see some of this move here, is that you can kind of build a case where it's not going to be as bad as what I'm predicting.
So Gene, when you look at the stock and it traded down to that August 2020 level, did that have more to do with Musk's personality being divisive, or actually fundamentals in the stock? I'm long the stock, but I do not want to go into earnings. I agree with you. I don't want to go into earnings long, so I'll take a look after the fact. But the idea that it could upside surprise versus downside surprise, I'm erring on the downside surprise. It seems like that's where you are too.
I am on that. Again, big believer in this. I don't want my optimism around the long term to change, and I could get this wrong, and it could be up 10%, but ultimately I'd still be positive. But what has impacted it over the last, what really pushed it lower was, of course, just concern about demand, and then they put the hammer down as on the pricing, and that just kind of gave confirmation. That's why you saw that big dip. So I still believe ultimately they're making the right decision. I would just say this: when you put all this together, I think that they're going to really put other car companies in a tight position in 2023 and 2024. And so, Steve, don't make me give you a mixed message there. I think that this is still a great company. I think that we just got to get everybody on the right page about what the profit profile looks like, because that's been a big part of the rise of Tesla.
So, I mean, Gene giving pretty much the same thing that he's always been talking about. It is interesting to see that he is being a little bit more conservative with thinking about what is going on into earnings. Sachin just tweeted, it's exactly like a flash crash, and it happened almost in the first second of opening. Somewhere, some algo placed a wrong order, in my opinion, added 1 to 2 in 2000. It's bad market data. Now we know that it was technical stuff, so it could be, the technical stuff means it's likely not a flash crash. Given it was happening to 15 other stocks. But it's interesting because this is the first time I've seen it. Sachin saw this back in the .com crash, so I guess he has a little bit more experience with this. And some of you probably have saw this before. I've never seen this. When's the last time I saw a stock dramatically crash was when one of the stocks I was into a reverse split. That's when I was introduced to the market. I was like, oh, wait a second. Like, things don't go up all the time. This is in 2020. It was like a biotech. I was like, oh, so that's how companies can screw over shareholders. And so that was the first time I saw a stock actually dramatically decline. I mean, Palantir was a gradual decline from 21 down to 6 with the rest of the market. 2021 wasn't a flat down. It was like every month you would have a little rally. I mean, even ARK, I remember it was at $88 for a while, down from 160, which is down 50%. And then it slowly keeps going down all the way to 37. So there's a lot of different ways that this comes in. Okay. This was an interesting day. We got 392 people here. If some of you guys are new to the stream, hello, welcome. My name is Amit. I live stream every day, 9:20 a.m. Eastern. And I guess you guys were looking for some information, and the stream popped up. The answer is that it was a technical issue. The NYC had some trade halts. This is the first time I've ever seen it. It's really cool because a lot of people watch this channel because I'm trying to understand the market, and my channel is a journey of trying to understand the market with a hint of good communication skills and a lot of humor. And as a result of that, that's why I think people watch the channel. So it's cool that all of us were able to experience this on the first time, including myself. This is the first time I've ever seen something do a crash this insane. It was fun kind of investigating it and seeing what happens. This happened during COVID. Yeah, that's true. COVID. I mean, there was There was a nice little, I remember Trump gave his little message. I was driving in my car back home from work. I was a senior in college. My work was an hour away. It was a Thursday night. I was going home to a party to meet up with this girl that I was hooking up with. And I remember she FaceTimed me and we were talking, and then we got off the FaceTime, and then I got this notification. I was FaceTiming in the car, by the way, so it wasn't the most responsible thing to do, to be honest. And then the Trump video dropped. So I put on YouTube while my phone's there, and I'm listening to Trump saying, "My fellow Americans, we have," and I was just like, holy crap, this is like a real deal. But I didn't think it was that big of a deal. So I threw a party 2 days later, and then I got COVID from that party. And then my mom got COVID and she was in a hospital for like 5 days. So, March 2020 was very interesting. It was very, very interesting. Okay. So thank you guys all for joining. I appreciate it a lot. Last thing I want to show you guys real quick for the OGs before you all leave. And hope you guys have a great day. Daily Cowbell will be back today. So for those that were missing the show, it'll be back. Give it a couple of episodes and hopefully you like it. And if you do, you can keep watching it. If you don't, that's okay. One real quick thing I want to show for the people that follow this channel and support it. Had a pretty big day for my startup yesterday. First day, we hit 1,000 listens on Audia. So on Audia, my audio startup down there, link is in the description. Please check it out, register. A new design is coming soon. It's a little bit buggy. It's going to be changed the next couple weeks. We had never hit 1,000 listens in a day. A listen is very important. It's not just, hey, you clicked on something, it counts as a listen. A user has to listen for at least 60 seconds continuously in order for it to count as a listen. We got 1,000 listens yesterday, and it resulted in 117 hours of audio being streamed. So in the grand scheme of yesterday's existence in the history of the universe, 117 hours were captured on a product that I built, which is pretty cool. We had all-time high in searches. We had 620 searches. We had 60,000 impressions, meaning if you posted on our platform, 60,000 times content was shared and posted. All-time high before was 758 and 104 hours shared. And we had a 44% net audio retention, meaning out of the 266 hours people could have listened to, they listened to 44% of them based upon their clicks. And that was a pretty cool update yesterday for my startup. So thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Kelly says it's all cap. Doesn't even phase me anymore. It literally wasn't cap. What I'm telling you the only thing that's cap is what I'm wearing on my head. My story that I talked about today about college, that was real. I don't know what you want to that was real. All right. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. I will see you tomorrow, 9:20 a.m. Daily Cowbell should be out around 1 p.m. and a couple more videos dropping today. Appreciate you guys. Means the world. Really means a lot. It's great to talk to 300 people in the morning. I mean, like, it makes my day every morning, and I hope it gives you a little bit of entertainment and information for 40 minutes every morning. All right. I'll see you guys 9:20 tomorrow. Bye-bye.